Hey guys, so for today's video, I wanted to show you a simple way to do box braids. My client also wanted to do a design on top, but right now I'm going to be showing you how to do regular box braids with straight hair. What you're going to need for this hairstyle is listed below. The first thing you want to do is saturate the hair. If the hair isn't saturated, it's going to be harder to separate the hair, leaving uneven lines, which will cause an uneven thickness of the braids as well as the finished look looking unpleasant. Now what I'm going to be doing is brushing his hair, making sure that there are no tangles so that it isn't difficult for me to separate his hair into sections and boxes. I'm also brushing his hair from the front towards the back so that it's easier for me to put his hair into two sections through the middle. While sectioning the hair, you want to make sure to take your time but not too long since this is a long process already. And making sure your lines are straight. You don't want lines that aren't crispy because it's going to ruin the look. You can have braids that aren't the best, but if your lines look real good and real crisp, your overall look will look nice and neat. On his right side, I'm sectioning his hair horizontally, the front being large because of the finished look that he wants. The way I check if his line is straight is I look in the mirror with his hair taut and with my other hand pushing the rest of his hair back. You want to make sure that when doing anyone's hair or styling anyone's hair that you have a mirror in front of you so that you can see as if this person was in front of you yourself. Now I'm just going to continue until I'm all the way to the end. Make sure that your boxes are even so that the last box isn't too small compared to the previous ones. So throughout the entire thing, you kind of want to visualize as you go on how big the sections have to be to make it even. And then you want to do the same thing to the other side. As you can see, all sides are clipped and I'm just making sure it's all even, and I'm also resaturating his hair. Now in this part of the video, I'm taking the second row and making the box even smaller. I have 5 rows total on each side, and the middle 3 rows are going to be smaller boxes. Using edge control, I'm laying down his hair so that the lines look extra crispy and also so that the extra baby hairs are laid down with it, because it just looks messy if the baby hairs aren't laid as well. What I do is that I put the product on the back of my left hand, which is not my dominant hand, so that I don't have to go back and forth picking up products and placing it on the hair. It saves a lot of time, and I also use a popsicle stick to pick up the product from the container to my hand so that my products aren't contaminated in between clients. As I start to work with each individual box, I unclip and I put edge control around the entire block so that his entire head will look neat. You then want to comb the hair in the direction from each side that it's going to go so that there aren't little circles or hairs sticking out when you tie the hair. And then I'm just going to continue this process until I'm done with each individual box. So when you're adding in hair, you want to grab a good amount that will match the thickness of the hair strand, especially with straight hair, because if it doesn't match the thickness when you're finished braiding the straight hair in with the fake hair, it's gonna look unnatural and go from thick braids to a hard cut of thin braids. After grabbing the synthetic hair, you want to split it into a 2/3 and 1/3 ratio and placing the 1/3 of hair around the center of the 2/3 strand so that it makes 3 different and equal strands. I will then show you a slower way of how I attach the synthetic hair to his natural hair once I get closer to the front. What you want to do before grabbing the hair is apply gel so that the flyaway hairs stick together. What I also did off camera after this step is that I applied hairspray to the hair so that I can have a better grip while I braid because of the gel's slippery qualities. After gelling the hair, you want to split the hair into 3 sections. Grab the hair and using the 2/3 and 1/3 method, you kind of want to visualize the synthetic hair as the 3 strands that you made and pairing it with each strand. Make sure that your grip once you have the natural hair paired with the synthetic hair is tight so that the synthetic hair doesn't slip down while you're braiding. You can see after a couple braids that I changed my grip, reason being is so that it's more comfortable for me to braid down as fast as I can. Off camera, I cut the excess hair that he didn't want off, but before you do cut the hair, make sure that the natural hair isn't being cut with the synthetic hair. Now I'm just doing the finished look that he wanted, which is to Dutch braid back and then his hair tied. And here's the finished look. Thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video.